again. I hope everybody is doing blessed. I'm doing highly favored and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, let's welcome and returning subs, my growing extended beautiful family. Just thank you so much for, for the beautiful vibes that you've been sending me is truly a blessing. So with that being said, much love to all. Namaste, love and blessings, love and light. And many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you know when your girl's about to upload her next video. If you're comfortable enough, drop me a line or two. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback of the content of my video, or you're just up, tell me about your empathic gift, how it impacts your life and heading you towards a positive direction. Also, if you feel like the videos are very informative to you, give you good vibes, good inspiration, or good information that you truly need to go ahead and share to a loved one, family, or a friend, or even a fellow empath going through trying times, needing spiritual guidance, or just needing confirmation, validation towards a life path, or even soul purposes, please go ahead and share. While you're at it, give me a thumbs up, like, and also share on your social media favorites, wherever you see fit. Thank you once again for the love and support. It's greatly appreciated. And I hope that you're able to resonate with the content of my video. And the music that I'm using today in the background is called Ancient Egyptian Music, Tomb of the Ancients. And I will post that link in the description box below. I don't know why every time I think about this, make me think about the movie Mummy and all those other beautiful things that they were showing, like in the architecture. And, remember my past life, like dealing with the pharaohs and stuff like that is truly beautiful to me. So, the video I'm doing today is Twin Flame 101. Heyoka's ego healing that kept us divided from our purpose. It's true. We all got to go through that spiritual healing as well as healing from trauma, whatever, anything that we hold in our heart that is not supposed to be there, is served its purpose, but we had to part our ways from, ego will tell you things like, oh, things aren't going to change, why are you wasting your time doing, toying with this when things are not going to get better for you, and oh, it's going to take too long for these things to take place in your life. Anything that is like second guessing you about your purpose in life. We all go through these different things. We've been driven by our ego at times. We've been driven by darkness, driven by conditioning, control, beliefs that are limited. Um, Things to try to fit in with other people, or it's just you dealing with people that does not see the visions that you have. All these different things are deadening for you, or allowing yourself to step into your your power with with wholehearted strength. You needed to go through these things. you know um I don't know what's been going on with me lately. I've been like having these, I deal with little heaviness, because I'm tired of dealing with things, but I understand everything has a reason for happening the way they do. But I'm all blessed for it as well. You have that time where, there are certain things that'll take place in your life and have you, fall back into your old ways. And these things are supposed to happen. These are life lessons that are going to occur because when you fall back, it allows you to understand what is the reason for these things going, and to get a deeper understanding to understand, because a lot of times we go through things, we get frustrated because it feels like we do so much, but then when it comes back towards us at times, it's not like we gave it out. But a lot of times you don't understand when we ask for that patience, we ask for that strength. Those are the things that has to come to us for us to get that patience and strength into everything that is occurring in our lives. Being able to understand things across the board at times, it's hard to do. It really is, especially if you have been doing things um, in a certain routine for so long, and then all of a sudden the things flip scripts. We're stepping in the millennial right now, and it's just like, if things had to take place in your life, really had to take place in your life for you to understand the bigger picture. And going through all these different things has occurred, and it makes you be able to understand why things are the way they are, the way you can benefit on them on so many different ways. All these different changes are taking place, but no, they will be well worth it through the end and everything. At times you have to deal with people that you are so ready to part ways with, but you have to understand these people, even the people that trigger you, are are the greatest teachers. The people that you thought were your friends that aren't your friends. Those are the bigger teachers than everything. For you allowing to get your blessings through the hardships that are taking place in your life, those are the bigger teachers. And it allows you to be able to deaden the ego and allow yourself to live from your truth, the soul that you've been provided. And to really understand and be grateful for all those different things. It's like when I look at all the things that's transpiring in my life, it seems hard at times. I'm not even gonna lie. It's like one of my love bugs like, Roslynn, this feels like you're exhausted. Hell yeah, I'm exhausted. But I already know it's gonna be well worth everything. Everything takes time. That's where you really truly get your blessings from. Is like when you have done things, and when you finally get the gift of blessings of all peace and understanding, then it's gonna let you know you can be proud of yourself, because you worked hard for that. You earned those things. Nothing was given to you. So when you finally get the blessings that you've been asking for so long, you're going to be happy, because it taught you so much through those storms you had to endure. Those are the strengths you got. I talk to people all the time. We're going through all these different changes, and I try to be that voice of reason for them. Hell, I try to be the voice of reason for myself. And a lot of times, the universe will stick people in my life, and for me to be able to tell these things to them, and then I'm just like, you know what, I understand that's what you were trying to tell me this whole time. And I'm just like, I give them the side eye, and they're over there and I can hear them keying and stuff like that. I said, it ain't funny, but thank you anyway. And all the different things that are going on in my life. And I feel so different. I didn't think I was going to do videos today. I was, talking to the universe, and they know my situation. Some people know, some people don't. We had like a really big tornado storm here. And through all that last night, I really didn't get too much sleep. They had like a big, huge tree fall on the power lines last night, and like knocked all the power out in our neighborhood. And it was like a warm breeze that was going on last night. It was like probably about 72, 73 degrees yesterday. It's like weird for it to be in January like that, but if you live in Georgia, it happens that way. And it was like we didn't get, I think it was like power, we didn't get our power back on until like 5, 6 o'clock this morning, because I woke up and it was like all these lights were on. I'm like, what the hell? And I was just like, oh, okay, yeah, we were in the storm last night, because I had to take me some melatonin. I was tired, you know. But it was just, my animals and stuff like that, they were getting rowdy because they weren't used to all that, so it was just a lot. Going through everything, and dealing with that, and just it allowed you to really take everything from the things you took for granted that's always there. As soon as the lights come out, I was like, dad, my phone, it wasn't fully charged, and it was like, I was trying to deal with my daughter, and it was like helping people out. But it's just like, I'm gonna tell if anybody, me, anytime, like if if you're connected with me on Facebook, if I tell you, hey, I'm chilling with my daughter right now, I'm going through stuff, please don't keep on continue to text me, because I don't want to come out being bitches, be bitchy and rude. Excuse my language, but I don't want to be that way. Some people had texted me, and I told them what was going on. I was like, hey, I have to preserve my power. And they were like, okay, cool, Roslynn, just get in touch with me when you can. But there's other people that kept texting and texting and texting. And I'm like, dude, and I've been hanging around with my kids. I usually don't use that word, dude, because I don't like it being referred to me. But I'm just like, look, I'm really trying to be patient with you. I'm really trying to be, I'm that cool person. But if I tell you, if I'm dealing with my daughter, or I'm hanging with her, because yesterday she had to go to a funeral. And, that's like the third death she's had to deal with within a month span. But that was like the second funeral she had to go through in a month span. So it was really heavy on her. And when I'm with my kids, that's the complete attention. And it's just like, I'm keeping it real. I don't want to come off being ugly like that. But if I tell you I'm chilling with my children, please don't continue to text me. That's just like you're not respecting my boundaries. And it's like when it gets to that point when I have to keep being repetitive, which I do not like being, I will end up blocking you. But like I said, there was other people that did that, and they knew what was going on. So they respected that. But it was just other people that just kept doing it and doing it and doing it. And that really pissed me off yesterday. But, it was just going through all those different times, all these different changes I've been going through. It has me at that point where I have to start being selfish towards myself. And that means, as for what I use so much energy to place upon my videos, doing one-on-ones with people, which I love to do. But then there's times I have to recharge. And when I'm telling people, I try not to get upset about that a lot, because I know there's certain, some people don't see my post I placed on the community page and they don't know. So I try to give them the benefit of the doubt. But when I'm telling you I'm trying to recharge and I'm, trying to collect myself and stuff like that, I just don't need people to constantly keep texting me, especially if I put that out there, because sometimes people has gotten to that point where I just blocked you if I had to keep on repeating myself, and I don't like being that way. But I need people to respect that, it took me a long time to, place boundaries up, healthy boundaries of that. And to be able to go along my life, it's not easy doing the things that I do. People are like, Rosalind, I can't do what you do. I said, but this is my purpose. These are the things that I signed up for. I know what it feels like to be walking around and not understand what is taking place in my life, to be talking to people and people don't get me, so I understand that, being going through trauma and the things that I've gone through is hard for me to express myself when it comes to things like that. Because even though people are like, Rosalind, if you need to just, hit me up. And, I appreciate that. But it's just like, I tell people at times, even though I express this, I'm still feel the same way until I decide to look at it from a different way. So I usually try to keep that to myself because I go through so many different changes and stuff like that. But, I understand these are the things that I have to go through. These are cycles I have to be able to uh experience for me to get, the lessons and the blessings, as well as, the knowledge of my gift that I carry, you know. And so it allows you to really, see things for what they truly are. And sometimes it's hard to be able to see the truth as well enough, let alone hear it. But these are the things that has to occur in our life. You have to be strong. You have to understand certain things got a certain way for you to be able to benefit what is being taught to you. When you ask God for patience, He will place you in certain situations where you have to be patient with yourself and be patient with their surroundings. At times we get upset because we didn't get the blessings that we do deserve, but you have to understand foundations have to be built up. You have to be strong. They want to make sure when you finally do get that blessing, you're not going to screw it up. And at times it's hard to be able to feel that, because you know what you've been working on, what things you had to part ways with, and things you had to experience for you to know, like, okay, this is not fitting me anymore. I have to be able to, when your intuitions is telling you about certain things or even certain people that they don't need you to be around, you have to be able to listen to that. Don't be a hard head, soft ass type situation, because sometimes you end up having to learn the hard way. It's like, that's just like your mom trying to tell you, like, didn't I tell you not to hang out with these folks? And your mom back when you growing up, you think your parents don't understand what you're going through. Is like, how do you know that is my friend and this and this and this and that? And then next, you see that you almost came to that situation. It's like, I told you so. But all those different things all these different changes you're going through is going to benefit you in such a big way. It's hard for you not to, engage with your ego, because your ego has always been with you. It's like a best friend that never went away, but even though it's not a best friend, it's been attached to you in that kind of way. It's like one of them friends that you've been seeing all these different vibes is telling you you need to stop dealing with them. But just because certain times you've been with them for so long, it's hard for you to do that. But a lot of times you got to do what's best for you, even when it feels uncomfortable, and it is just like all the vibes that I'm currently carrying right now is a beautiful feeling to me. Even though it gets on my last damn nerve, I understand this is where I needed to be. This is what my calling is. You can be loving freely, but you also have to be that one that's not going to take no shit from nobody either. You have to be able to, you want to be able to help humanity, but you also have to put up healthy boundaries too, to protect yourself and your essence that you carry. Because if you allow people to keep doing that, they're not going to respect you. They're going to just do what they want to do. And if they don't respect you, and give them the boot, point blank. I've had to do people that way, and I didn't want to do that way. But if I forewarn you, and you keep doing all them different things, you can't be surprised when it's like you can't get in touch with me because I put those boundaries up. These are a new day and age for me, and it's not like I'm gonna keep doing the same routines that I did, that I carried from last year. It's all about my growth. It's all about my truth. It's all about my strength. Being able to see things the way they are and then being able to voice it towards my videos. It allows me to know, since I've done so many videos, there's so many different people are coming to me, and it's just like beautiful to me that our family of the collective is like growing fast. Being able to know there's so many different people from different walks of life, different nationalities, different religions, different, all these people from different continents are all feeling some kind of spiritual shift that is taking place in our lives. It's allowing you to see that you can't keep doing the same things you were doing, last year in the old way, while you were going through those lessons and blessings. A lot of y'all are, just now starting your spiritual quest, or whatever you want to call it, your empath quest, and it's allowing you to know yourself at a different, you know, deeper level, spiritual level. And, being able to understand along the way of the things that's being taught to you. So it's just like, but it's like during those times, trust and believe it will take you all through these different body changes, mental changes, emotional changes. And it's just like, oh my God, it can be very, tiresome, but it's like when everything is all said and done, you will understand and you will appreciate it. Because, like I told y'all the other day, there's times I sit here by myself and I go through my moments, like I said, because there are certain times I have to be able to cut myself off from the world, because I have to be able to recharge and understand my mind and, seeing where things are, all over the place to be able to control that. I deal with a lot of different things. There's a lot of things I've healed from, and I'm proud of myself. But there are certain things that I'm still healing from that is going to take time. And I have to understand that, because sometimes I can get it very impatient about like, why can't I just shut feelings off of this? Why is this still bothering me? But I had to understand I have to be patient with myself. You have to go through these emotions. You have to allow yourself to look fear in the face and understand this can no longer trigger you anymore. You have to be able to face those things. These are the things that got the world turning for you. You had to go through certain situations, certain disappointments, certain trauma, sadness, anger, or whatever to build up that strength that you've always had. You just had to go through these certain things just to be able to know that it was always there. And at times, you feel like, they always said, even my mom always used to say, God ain't gonna put nothing on you that you can't handle. And at times it doesn't feel like you can handle it. And at times you want to be mad at the world because of these things happening. You try to understand, why did this have to happen to me? I didn't deserve this. There's a lot of things people did not deserve. But that's where your strength comes in, through the misunderstanding, through the hurt, through the pain, through the darkness, the times of despair. Those are the things you get growth from. These are the things that uplift you, because it's like, when all these things come out, if somebody up and says stuff about me, and any other time it would have bothered me, like, damn, you really feel that way about me? Call me everything, every name in the book except the child of God and the name my mama gave me. But then when somebody says that to me, I'm like, boo boo, you just reflecting on how you see yourself. Even though you're voicing it to me, is how you feel about yourself. But I said, I'm going to yet pray for you. And it would not even bother me. And, and it's just like, I just say, okay, somebody else's ego is just very high wine because you don't rub them the totally wrong way. There goes your little Heyoka essence again. But going about the business, and it's just like, I know I'm on the right track when the outcome of the comments y'all have, I can place prayers on you during your time of despair. And next thing you know, you tell me some big major blessings came in. And those things, I mean, it'll touch my heart, and I start crying. I tell God, thank you, because it's like certain situations y'all voice to me that y'all are going through, and I don't understand because I didn't go through that. But it's just, the fact is, I can feel that energy of fear, not understand, feeling helpless, feeling hopeless, and you're just needing a miracle at that time to comfort you, to tell you everything is going to be okay. And and I try to do that for people. A lot of times we have to go through our hard times and do different things in our life. A lot of times we run back towards different things, the old way of doing things, and you wonder why it doesn't work. And you wonder why what doesn't work, because you're in a whole new shift, you're in a whole new era, which you cannot go back in those old ways of, excuse me, doing what you used to do to get through it. That's not one thing, is they won't allow you to do that. And you're wondering why, oh, why am I still stuck in this situation? Why am I still stuck on this dimension, this lower dimension? Why I'm in low frequency? Because you're allowing yourself to look at things from when you were before you woke up. You can't do that. And you can't, even though you're used to doing things that way, they're trying to show you different ways of dealing with things. It's hard, but it'll be worth it all at the end. You have to really understand that, you know um so it's just like, for me, being able to speak my truth and live by that. Like I say, not every day is perfect for me. There's days, all I'll do is try to speak positive to y'all, but there's also times you have seen me in my vulnerable points that I did not want to share, but it was like I had to be able to do that. Even though I don't like it, I had to be able to do that, because people go through these things all the time, except they're just not on camera doing it. I don't want to play victim towards anything, because I'm not a victim of anything, regardless on what has been placed on me. I don't feel a victim of anything. I don't want nobody to feel sorry for me or anything like that, because even though these things happen to me in its most worst kind of way, I will never wish this on anybody else. But when I can look at my trauma and my abuse as also a blessing that had to transpire in my life to wake me up in the most beautiful way, I'm there for it. Because it's like anything else has been done to me, even though it was hurtful feeling for me to go through, it ain't gonna be able to puncture me. These are the things that's gonna be my milestone for me to keep going and doing better and better and better. Is opening my life up towards a lot of knowledge that I didn't even think I was gonna be able to receive, and a lot of blessings along the way as well. Because it allows me to be able to adapt to different people and their different struggles in life. We all go through them. A lot of times we don't even speak on it, because we don't want anybody to know about the things we go through. Some of us are shameful, embarrassed about certain things, but shit happens. You have to be able to go through things. It's all about what your bounce back game is. Are you going to allow yourself to wallow in pity, or are you going to allow yourself to say, you know what, I'm tired of going through this? What is this that you trying to teach me, so I can go about my business? Because better is so much because it's like anything that's fear based. That there's things in your life that you want, but it's over that fear base. If you can get past that, you can get towards anything in your life, but you have to allow that fear not to be running, in the contents of your mind. We fear a lot of things we don't understand. We fear that what we're going to become if you do certain things, but that's the things that you should not allow yourself to be fearful of. Even though it's something that's foreign to you, these are the things that's going to get you in places that you never imagined. You want better in your life, but you also have to know, when you want better in your life, there's a lot of different changes you have to go through. There's a lot of different sacrifices that you have to really deal with if you want to be able to get to that. And it's like with me, when I look at my life and see, walk down memory lane of the things that I've been through, the things that has occurred in my life. Used to be an addict, all the pain that I used to carry. I wanted to numb it by smoking a cigarette, having a glass of wine here or there, rolling up about 4 or 5 blunts just to deal with myself, because I wasn't just going through tragedy. I was dealing with gifts I didn't know about, dealing with that. And it was hard to control those things, because I felt everything, knew a lot of stuff that I didn't want to know, hearing people's thoughts and then blurting them out myself, having people look at me like I'm crazy. Like, how did you know I said that? Did I say it out loud? And I just said, no, I didn't know how I was doing those things. But, it allowed me to really see, what my purpose was, me telling people how I feel or my views on things, just to be able to help you, look at your situation and understand what you're going through and what you can get over and what you can achieve through these times of, finding yourself, knowing yourself, loving yourself, valuing yourself. All those things had to happen, but you had to be able to shut the hell out of that daggone ego, because the ego will come up to you in a minute saying, see, look at all the things you did. You know how you always said, what you push out is what you get back. And did you get back what you said you're gonna get back? They always make you want to look at things in a negative way, in a low vibrational way. And you had to be able to cut the cord on that. I mean, it's just like, If you knew you were going to be that person that was going to cut them cords to karmic curses, karmic cycles and generational curses, how you think it was going to happen? Things had to be really heavy for you to do that, because this stuff has just been passed down from generation to generation to generation. And it's been like a shit pot, and you had to be the one that had to catch the stick, you know. So, excuse my language and all that, but things had to happen that way. You had to be able to really understand things at a deeper level. At times can feel confusing, but then when you allow yourself to really sit with yourself and see how things has transpired, how things used to be for you, how they're looking from before and where they are at now, you'll get some kind of understanding. Like, when I actually look at myself, there's times I cry because I see the strength I've always had there. A lot of people were offended by it. Some people envy me for it because it's like, damn, Roslynn, you done been through so much, but still you can have a smile on your face. Still, you ain't gonna take no mess off of people. A lot of times you don't allow yourself to give energy to things when people say certain things to you. You have to be able to go through these things. And it just like, when I see this is what brought me to my purpose, and it's just like I said, I'm in for it. I know things are going to be bigger and better, things that are about to curve into my life, of the people I haven't met yet, the people I haven't spiritually connected to, knowledge I haven't yet you know perceived, or whatever, is coming in my life in the most beautiful way. Every day is a blessing to me. All the things I go through, even it can be during a storm, it's still a blessing to me, because it's allowing me to say, even though this storm is only temporary, the sun's got to come out. But you had to be able to go through those times, and then just not understand why, there were certain things that I wanted answers I needed to get, but I had to go through certain, chapters of my life to be able to understand what I wanted, what I needed to know, and I mean, I understand it. I'm so grateful for all those different things. But I hope that y'all all had a uh, good weekend, y'all. I sound like I said I was tired, but I always ask the universe, hey, if you wanted me to, drop some knowledge today, speak some truth, let me know. And it was just like, when I got all y'all's messages this morning, and all that, I said, oh damn. Well, okay, here's the business. So, but I love doing these videos. Like I said, it doesn't feel like it's being forced. These are the things that I like to do, because there are so many of us that are trying to find our truth, trying to understand why we are the way we are. Why does it have everything has to be so heavy? Why does everything have to be so hard? Shoot, we Heyokas, we do everything hard. We are hard. It's just all about that. And you have to be blessed for all the things that has occurred in your life, no matter if it was negative or positive, because it all taught you something. So I hope you were able to resonate with that. I'm gonna drop a few more videos. I'm kind of tired, but hey, I'm wired up at the same time, so it is what it is. But I would love to give a post notification shout out to Sammy, Dumsa, and Sydney, and much love to you as well. I'm glad I can be a part of your life, and you're taking the knowledge from the videos and spreading the love towards the world, which is truly a blessing on all levels. And as well as Claire McGee as well, much love to you. If you're new to the channel, welcome. It's good to have you. Go ahead and drop a line so I can give you a post notification shout out. A lot of times I give out shout outs towards people that are new, and as well as the ones that's been here for a while, because y'all been dropping comments, and I want to let you know I'm appreciating y'all. It's truly a blessing to me. And it makes me very humble to keep on doing what I do. So, yeah, I just hope you were able to resonate with the content in this video. Drop me a line, let me know if you resonate. Give me a thumbs up, share, subscribe if you have not already. Hit that bell so you know when I'm going to upload my next video. Know you are truly blessed, highly favored, and forever loved, and knowing there's always somebody out there praying for your better days. And I hope y'all had a blessed, safe weekend. Be responsible for everything you do. Make sure you give out love, light, positivity, as well as prosperity, words, vibes, and frequencies. You never know how to impact somebody along the way. So I will talk to you on my next video. Much love. Peace.